42nd Street in New York City. You're watching Wpix Morning News.
Chris.
Thank you. 7:08 right now. The book is called Facebook for Parents, Answers to the Top 25 Questions. The author's goal is to keep parents ahead of the curve when it comes to the ever-growing social media websites. She joins us now. Linda Fogg-Phillips, thanks for being here this morning.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You had a tragedy in your family and then a surprise when it came to your daughter. First off, you lost your son.
I did, Chris. That was my 20-year-old son, so I very much feel for the family that lost their Rutger son.
Yep.
And that was a tragic experience. It was an accident. And
it just makes you hold on even tighter, I've got to imagine, to your daughter, who's a teenager.
Well, and then in the experience that you're referring to, my 17-year-old daughter was on Facebook. I wasn't. I didn't have any interest. It was basically kicking and screaming against that trend.
Sure.
And my brother came over to visit me, and he said, "Hey, I see Amber has a new boyfriend." And I said, "A new boyfriend?" I didn't even know she had an old boyfriend.
Wow.
And that's when I realized that even my children living within my own walls of my home, and I thought I knew what was going on in their lives, I really didn't. And that's when I educated myself and started teaching parents about Facebook and how this can be a tool to strengthen their family relationships and be more engaged in their children's lives. That's exactly what we've got to do.
Let's shoot through. You've got 5. The book has many more. To have 25 steps and questions you should be asking your kids. But let's go through maybe 5 of the most critical ones here this morning. The first off has to do with where the computer is.
Well, and you know, I am an old school proponent. I think the computer needs to be in an area that's common to the families. But you know, that's being more and more obsolete nowadays with iPhones and handheld devices.
Sure.
That's difficult to regulate. But nonetheless, I think parents need to have that in a common area.
Maybe as simple as the phones get charged in the common area, not in the bedroom.
Yes.
Now, do you friend your child or not?
Yes, I do, and I have 8 children.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big job. And Facebook helps me keep up with what they're doing, believe it or not. It doesn't replace parenting face-to-face, but it helps me be more aware of what they're doing and where they're at.
What do you do if she ends up with another new boyfriend and you find out that via Facebook as opposed to over the dinner table?
Well, that helps open up the conversation over the dinner table. Facebook gives me more information about my children that sometimes they're not comfortable sharing face-to-face. They just don't know how to do that. This is why I say parents have to friend their children. Some kids push back on that. My house, the rule is, if my children want to eat, then they friend me on Facebook.
See, I like that, absolutely. And what about privacy settings? What are your rules on that?
Privacy is paramount. You can go in, there's 9 spots on Facebook that you can go in and change your privacy settings. You can lock them down. And I suggest that all kids and most adults have their settings set to friends only, so that they aren't as visible to the public. Yeah. So that's real important that they educate. In my book, I cover a lot of that and how important that is. And as we see, children are very exposed today in many environments, not just on Facebook. So we need to protect them. That's our job as parents.
And they don't have the wisdom that parents do to realize how vulnerable they actually are when they post all this, practically minute-by-minute tracking. Now, Facebook as a company is starting to take this serious enough that you actually work directly with them.
I do. I'm writing my 2nd book. They've asked me to write this for them. As a result, I've got a great relationship with them. I don't work for them, but I work with them. And there's a great announcement coming across today, by the way. Here's a insider tip.
Can you give us a tease about what's happening?
It will take messaging and how we communicate and interact to a whole new level that I think is really good. Is
this their thing about Facebook having an email component?
Well, I don't know. I can't say if it's going to have an email component, but I can say that it will really centralize how we communicate into one spot. And I think that will be a great benefit for not only families that are within the same home, but families that are extended, that don't live in the same town or even in the same continent.
So check later on tonight maybe and we'll know what we're talking about. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it. The book's available at Amazon and all the rest of the stores. It's Facebook for Parents, the top 25 questions. It is available now. Thank you for being here this morning and sharing your story with us. We appreciate it. It is 7:12 right now. Suki.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate you being so candid. And of course, there's all sorts of things that you can go online to monitor your kids. Another thing I would say or point out, they sometimes have different names that they go under. So it's really important to start the conversation now. We appreciate that. Time right now.